All right, now to a more serious subject. A U.S. veteran commits suicide every 65 minutes. Now, a new documentary is shedding light on post-traumatic stress disorder among vets. It's called That Which I Love Destroys Me. Here to tell us more is U.S. veterans Jason Floyd and Tyler Gray. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, I'm very interested to hear about this project and this film that you have been working on, certainly at this time, too. My first question is, because a war isn't in the forefront anymore and it's not in the media as much as it was, is this part of the issue that we just don't realize what's going on with our wonderful vets and we don't know how to protect these great people right now?
Well, I think there's a lot of issues attached to it. One of the biggest issues is simply people just don't know what PTSD is. Even veterans, they don't know how it shows itself. So it is more a part of our current culture, part of the zeitgeist, more than I think most people really understand. And that's the point of the documentary, is to kind of put a voice to that and to show it.
My piece that I'll add to that is, you know, with what you just said, the wars that we've been in for the last 14 years. They're not on the news as much, but that doesn't mean they're not happening. But they're definitely not getting as much coverage as they once did, and the troop levels are lower, all these different things. That being said, when you've taken a very large group of people at this point and put them in a combat environment for extended periods of time, and then that time ends, you know, the way I like to explain it is, you know, you've got society here, and then you've got combat environment, which is, you know, the 180-degree opposite. When you go through your training, you go from, you know, a peaceful society and you get conditioned to a wartime environment. They're opposites. So you can't suddenly, if you're good in this one, you're not going to be good in the other one, and you can't bounce back and forth just by flipping a switch. So what we're experiencing now is people are trying to go back and reintegrate back now that the wars have slowed down, or you know, there's not nearly as many people deployed. So that's definitely an issue, and it's an issue that you're going to see getting bigger and bigger as, you know, time goes on.
Well, and I love that you gentlemen are shedding light on this, and I was kind of embarrassed to say that when I heard this, that a U.S. veteran commits suicide every 65 minutes. I mean, that's just unreal to think that this is happening right here. It's heartbreaking.
One of the amazing things, or I shouldn't say amazing, but one of the misconceptions as well about that statistic, you know, you hear the 22 veteran suicides a day, which goes down to what you're talking about, but the misconception is that's all, you know, Afghanistan veterans or Iraqi veterans. It's not. It's veterans. And the reason I'm bringing that up is you've still got Vietnam veterans, part of that statistic, still committing suicide. And the reason I mention that is it goes exactly what I said earlier, which is this is a problem that is not just like starting, it's just starting, and it is going to get worse and continue for a long time.
Well, and I think that's the frustrating thing, is to think that this has been going on for so long. Veterans haven't been able to get the help that they need. I want to make sure we tell everyone where they can watch this documentary. I want to make sure everyone watches it because it can get people wanting to help this cause. Where can they see it? Where can they go to watch it?
Yeah, absolutely. For the month of March on takepart.com/vets, it can be viewed for free the entire month of March. Also, it's been on iTunes for, I think, over a month now, and it'll be on there, you know, after the month of March. But right now, definitely for free on the takepart.com/vets site. It's a great place to view it, and it's a great place to start to get a basis of understanding of this issue.
And then what can we do? You know, what's the take home? Because I think that people are going to be extremely compelled to help. So where can people go maybe after they watch this documentary?
The basic thing that we're trying to do with this is tear down the stigma and just to normalize the process that people are going through. And the best way to do that is to watch the documentary. We don't tell you what PTSD is. We didn't even know what the message was going to be when we started the documentary. I think that's the reason why we got lucky with this, is because we found a director that just filmed hundreds of hours of footage over years of time. And what he does is he shows you what PTSD is. And by doing that, it helps you understand what everyone's dealing with when they come back. And that's the goal, is just to normalize that process.
Yeah, far as people getting involved, if they go to the takepart.com/vets, they can go to the Return the Service link, and there are ways on there that they can figure out how to, take action and contribute in many different ways, whether it's donating money to Armed Forces Foundation or one of the dozens of military charities out there, or volunteering at a local American Legion. Whatever it is, the Take Part website /vets has all kinds of possible actionable steps that people can take.
Well, thank you both so much for your service. Thank you for giving veterans a voice and telling this story. And let's hope that we can change this for future generations.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right.
You, Carly.
Thank you so much. And of course, we'll put more info on our website, foxformorningblend.com.
We all know bad habits are hard to break, especially if you don't know that you are doing them. Up next, what you are doing wrong, how it affects your health, and how to fix those bad habits.